Your parachute accidents, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
So I'm out. I'm out of the game. When I become a dad myself, and I'm hyper virile, just letting you know, I'm looking forward to that period of time where I literally do not give a shit anymore about anything. Just being stupid, focusing entirely on just entertaining and accommodating your child over you looking good in public.
I mean, I don't think I ever did try to. I've always dressed the same. I don't care. Like, I wear jeans, t-shirt, and a hoodie. Like,
You're saying you're born a dad.
To be fair, I think guys have it easy, don't they?
I was born a dad. There you go.
Like what?
Oh, what you
talking about? Like you're looking forward to like almost just describing like a magic bullet to a huge problem that you have.
No,
right
it's a physical excuse that everyone's like, oh, he's got a kid. That's
for
fine.
what though? Like it's not like you have.
No, I'm not saying that's why I'm gonna get a kid.
But no, that's literally what you said. So literally, you just said, I'm looking forward to not having to give a fuck about anything to do with me personally.
Yeah, I enjoy presenting myself, but you know, just having a physical like, oh, guys, I'm a slob today because I need to do 7 nappy changes this morning. Having an excuse, I think, is what it is.
Well, that's more socially acceptable than just saying,
yeah,
exactly. I just watched
acceptable.
6 series of something and just fucking just longed out in my.
I'm looking forward to being a socially acceptable slob.
I spent 18 hours just gaming.
There's no better excuse than a newborn for looking like a piece of trash.
Luckily, you're surrounded by a lot of people who don't give a shit about their own looks anyway, so that's quite a good thing, really.
A crackling wand that's currently locked. Do you like unlock abilities on?
You have to kiss in public.
That's absolutely not. Stop gaslighting him.
I'm pretty sure you have to kiss in public.
I was ready to do that. I would take one for the team.
Yeah, of course you were. Because
it's the worst that can happen.
So
we all have a pleasurable kiss.
I want to kiss your filthy chapped lips.
What?
Walk away with bits in my mouth.
That's so gross.
Chapped bits.
So gross.
Sick of chewing your chapped bits.
Oh.
Ugh, boy, it's like we got a lime scale.
What is this? Lip dandruff. Ew.
You buy a rocket launcher.
Oh, wow.
Is that the rocket launcher?
That's the rocket launcher.
Set for delivery.
Mother of God, it's got 4 tubes.
Join me.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, misclick. I pressed V and then I clicked on the sign thing rather than just letting go of V to start doing it. And it just nuked Ross with the rocket launcher I was holding.
I see you clicking it to choose the dance.
This is freaky. This is freaky. You scared? I killed a man! Oh, I've never felt more alive! Oh, I'm terrified!
I need my strongest pals.
My thickest pals need to come and save me.
I need my thickest
I need your
pals.
strongest pal.
Shot by what I can only describe as a vegetable machine gun.
I'm going to turn on your little knob in a minute.
Jesus Christ! Horrendous. It's alright, guys. I'll just put you in the power box, okay?
I can't believe it.
Can't believe you all had to do was press right click.
Oh, wow.
God, I ought to incubate you, Trot.
Why do you want to incubate him? Do you think he seems a bit premature?
I think he should just be...
I've come out stronger.
Give him more time in there.
Shoot him.
Take him out back.
Commissarmon is here.
Commissaramon?
Commissarmon's here with his Luger.
Oh, no.
Hot gun!
Like, I like to feel like I'm a potato about to be roasted.
Nice.
Sit in a tray of oil.
Maybe it's time to look for a better life elsewhere.
What? What the fuck did you just say?
Oh, she's thinking of leaving,
I've just
is she?
built you a house.
Oh, she gets her dirty characters
As soon as you start feeling better.
And now she wants to go.
Go on, you want to go?
Feeling healthy.
Huh?
What are you doing to her?
I'm just chest bumping.
Oh,
Threateningly.
you need to be careful about what you do there.
Stodgy just left our village.
Oh my god. Why?
Deserter.
Stodge,
She just
speak
hates
to me.
it. She hates it too much.
She's not interested in talking to me right now.
Oh, here we go.
She's just leaving.
She's reached her limit.
Well, hello everybody.
Happy Friday.
Joining
Hello.
us on a Friday. Happy Friday.
Das ist Freitag.
Oh, your coffee's fallen over.
Nice. Welcome everyone. We're just going to do a little bit of preamble so that everything's working nice as we hope it would, and that you can hear us,
You can see us.
etc.
Feel us.
You can feel us.
Can you feel us?
It's a little earlier today, which is nice. Getting things done. So yeah,
Cheeky hatchet, we haven't done it in a while.
haven't done one in a while, so it's about time we did
it's
one.
just one of those things, isn't it?
It's a really
just one of those
successful
bloody
product,
things.
Lars, to be honest with you. Yeah,
What's
like,
that?
you know, it's quite successful, really.
What,
like,
Hatchet?
yeah. Like,
I think so.
you know, I think we get like 10,000 listens a podcast, and
I
like
suppose that's
people,
not bad. I don't know what they, I don't
people commented on the most recent one saying that they all did listen to it a lot, and it was sometimes the only thing they listened to, and as a standalone they really enjoy it, etc. So there was a lot of positive feedback on the last one. Mainly, I think because I was in it.
But do you think well, you're always in it? There's no change there.
Wow,
You're always in it.
am I?
But yeah, I mean, which we try to be consistent. We'll get there.
Just don't say that.
What? Don't say that we'll try to be consistent.
Yeah, it's
This is the thing,
it's
but-
out when it's out.
But it's one of those things where like it's because I listen to a certain podcast as well.
Oh, do
and
you?
then,
That
like-
sounds dubious. The Joe Rogan Experience. You can say it.
It's not the Joe Rogan.
Oh, I
Experience.
knew it.
I don't listen to Joe Rogan.
Deep red pill.
I don't listen to Joe Rogan. Promise.
Hard right.
I promise. I promise. And yeah, if they miss any, I do get kind of annoyed. So there's a kind of like So I do feel bad. There's a shit. There are some people who probably.
How many
do
global
dedicate
disasters can
themselves.
happen for the rest of politics to talk about?
It's just it is constant. It is constant.
It's constant.
Although I don't really like that one.
You don't like the rest of politics?
I don't know what it is about their voices. I don't like.
You don't like either of their voices?
I don't like Rory's voice.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't like his voice.
I think that
And I don't
Rory
like the way
Stewart
they
is
say
one of the only
samurai.
Conservatives I would have voted for, to be honest with you.
Samurai.
Huh?
Samurai sword.
Is that the one you listen to?
He mentioned something about a samurai.
Oh,
once.
samurai.
Samurai. And
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
I mean he's got the
like
ridiculously
that.
posh British
Yeah.
pronunciation of everything.
That annoyed me.
I mean, but you gotta also love the fact that it exists, right? It's a bit like the
Oh, God,
Liverpudlian
yeah, no,
accent.
it is.
You wouldn't want the accent of a Liverpudlian, but you're happy that
Why
it
not?
exists because
There's character to
because
it.
it's just so rich and full of history. It's the same with the extremely aristocratic accents, but it doesn't mean you can't take the piss out of them.
That's true.
So there we
This
go.
is all. This could be content because I
Yeah,
haven't actually found
that's-
many news stories. Because I mean, most of the news stories I found.
Let's do a whole hat chat about accents.
And all the accents we can do. I think we can do quite a few
I reckon we
accents.
could do all of the regional accents in the UK.
Accent challenge.
I'll bring up the
Where's
list.
the line accent
So,
challenge?
Okay.
Let's start.
Where's
chatting.
the line?
Okay, let me
accent
start.
challenge?
I'll start rolling
I
on.
could do French. Well, that's not regional to the UK, but I could whip in a French.
You could definitely do
and
French.
hopefully lose my.
I'm rolling
neck
audio.
muscles.
It's all good. That's rolling.
All right. Also,
Rolling.
we've got Craigle back there. He's
Craigle's
sorting it all out
here.
for us
Craigle's
today.
always here.
He's always
Hashtag
In
Red
our
Pill.
hearts.
ever present.
Please don't be annoyed. I'm not dead center. I could be.
Now all the other cameras are off.
Are they off? Have a little flick round, Craig. Fuck. Just a little bit. Just need a little touch. Ah, he's got to stand up.
Ross, I'm trying to get people to call you Red Pill Ross now.
Oh, red pill.
That's cool. I think people would love that.
Yeah. Alt-right Alex could be another one.
All right, Alex.
Oh, right.
Centre
Alex.
Trot. Centre Chris Trot.
Santa Cruz doesn't
Santa
work, it
Cruz.
doesn't alliterate.
Centre Chris.
It's important to have balance. I don't know where the balance is. The scales are off. Way off these days.
Okay. Conservative Chris. Christian conservative Chris.
Conservative Chris.
Christian conservative.
Nice. All right then. Right wing Rod. That's good.
Hang on. I've got an issue with my bit rate. It says 42,836.
There's too
sample
many
rate.
bits, Craigle.
That
There's
is
too
fact.
many
Hang on,
bits.
why is that happening? Let me just reset this. I'm going to reload this because I don't want to fuck up.
Don't call me Trotsky Trot.
Trotsky Trot.
You did it in both Twitch and YouTube. I saw that.
Oh, they're doubling their comments up. That's good. Engagement on both.
Or someone's copying you and putting it in the
It's
YouTube
all
one.
engagement. Open. Give me the new one. Podcast edit 2025. Here it comes. Here it comes. Just
Hello,
wait for this
everybody.
file to load.
Welcome. It's a classic Hat Chat today. In our studio, obviously we've got our platinum records up there on the wall.
It's Neon Musk just there.
Neon Musk
See that?
and,
Neon Musk. I found that file the other day on here, and I immediately tweaked something that sounds so much better.
Oh wow!
And that is a bit annoying because we've released that. We actually released that one.
Right.
Because it always
What was it
annoyed me
you changed?
when the
my
echo.
vocal?
So when Trot goes at the end. Do you remember that bit? Or it's come on Elon
I
Musk.
do that a lot.
I also put like I mean, I could probably play it, but it's just I don't know if that's going to come through. But it was way better. Anyway, that's annoying, isn't it? Maybe we could do like a remaster.
2025 remaster.
2025 remaster.
Yeah. End
We
of.
should probably release the other stuff we've done.
You
before
call it
we
the
can
end of the
remaster.
world remaster.
It's all still topical though. It's all about Elon Musk being a bastard, basically, and the Crocker people are us, really, and that's the reality of it.
Well, now
We're
there's
the
power. Now there's a power vacuum that Musk has left, and Zuckerberg's really stepping into it nicely.
Hold on. Miles
Crackles?
Tryhard said Hat Films never release music. Classic misinformation from Red Pill Ross.
Classic Red Pill Ross.
No, we did. I think the last thing we released was "I Like Trials" on Bandcamp. That was
Oh
in
my gosh.
2021 or
Yes.
22. Yeah, it's weird, that isn't it? But
All right.
it's because nobody listens to it, so I just feel like releasing it just feels like. Well, we will.
One day. Before
But
then,
just
though,
everyone test their mics.
test.
You hearing that in the background? Testing.
Yes.
It's got an echo on it.
It's got a bit of crush on it.
It's got a little crackle. I don't want a crackle. I want a crackle. The crackles happen sometimes, and
Why
it's
did
to
you
do
put
with
the
the bit
echo on
rate.
it?
No, the echo happened
That's
because
the
we are
feedback.
hearing it through the actual. It's a real echo, a real life echo.
Yeah, it's
Did you put an echo on it?
Is it fine on your end, Craig? Okay, good. It's coming from the same mixer. It's me, yeah, it's me.
You're the problem.
I'm the problem, it's me. Red Pill Ross.
Red Pill Ross. RPR.
I'm so red pilled. It's unreal. What does that even mean anymore? What does woke even mean anymore? Sounds clean.
Clean and clear.
How about you?
Yep. Hello. One.
Very clean.
All right, we're good to begin. Get that rolling. I will not say a single word. It's not been recorded for
Right, it's rolling now.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if my neck
Should
was
do a
short
little
to my throat, my voice wouldn't be so high
Testing.
because my vocal cords wouldn't be so tight.
Do you think that's
Wild
it? Your
assumption.
vocal cords stretched.
I think as my neck got longer, my vocal cords just had to give.
My neck's probably the same length as yours.
Nah, that's not true. Just drop. I mean, the way you've done it there, sure. Okay.
Worst case
What
scenario,
do-
Craig.
what
This
did
is
you do?
rolling on your end as well, right? There's a backup.
So
Okay.
you don't want me to... Where are we
That's
going
good.
to? Inside the clavicle.
What are you
Okay.
doing? Stretching the neck.
I mean, it's not far off.
Yeah, so and I'm.
Where's the neck
Why is
stopping?
your voice deeper than mine?
Where's the neck
I've got
stop?
wider vocal cords, maybe.
Where's the neck stopping?
Well, you tell us, Ross.
I don't know. Mine goes straight down. That's a flat line.
It's like underneath the jaw to inside, like that clavicle dip on the right hand side, I guess.
I
Like
just choked myself.
like that, like that. I mean, I reckon it's one of those things where everybody's probably got a similar length neck, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Christ,
Why does mine look so long and noodly?
God, all I did was tap my throat, and that's imagine
Done.
getting punched in the fucking throat.
Like
Already, it's annoying.
There's that movie where someone does that. They just jab in
Yeah, I think that's a good way to. And also just up with the
the
palm,
nose.
just to get him away from you. Get fuck off.
Or if you do that up the nose bone goes into your brain.
I think that really depends on how hard you hit them.
Also,
Yeah.
whether you can land
enough.
any kind of positioned punch on a moving target is a complete amateur.
Depends how close
I
they
think
are to
most fistfights look like
Oh, it's
Yeah,
always
that's
just.
messy.
It's
for a reason.
and also, I
let's
think
be
it's because
honest.
you don't want to take it. It's like it's kind of a personal nuke button, isn't it? Because if you
You
hit
wanna
them,
take that nuclear
they're
option.
going to hit you. All right, well, maybe we should start.
Yes, let's get in.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do it.
Ready,
Sorry.
ready, Craigle. Kick us off. Oh, baby. It's a Hat Chat podcast, episode 195.
That's exactly right.
God, that's a lot, but don't worry. Each one is an isolated experience that you can enjoy on its own.
And maybe we shouldn't have numbers then.
No, we shouldn't.
But it's too late now. We said the number's there, whatever.
Just for balance, I'm going to say that they should be enjoyed in order.
Yes.
Start from the beginning. If this is the first one you've listened to, go
we are
back
not
to
who
one.
we were at episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we've developed and grown over these episodes, and now we do not have the same views as us back in episode 1.
That's true. All right, failed. Craig, I hope you got a backup back there. Anyway, my name's Ross Hornby.
Hello.
My name's Alex Smith.
Hi, I'm Chris Trott. Hodson Trott now, technically. Though I haven't changed my name on Deed Poll
So
yet.
it's not technical then, is it?
Do you have to?
It's on the marriage certificate.
If that, is the marriage certificate not enough to just
No,
to be
you
like?
have to, you have to tell
do it
them
across the
change your
board.
name.
You see that Rob
I'm going to
McElhenney
do it now.
changed his name recently.
Is
I
that
don't
actually
know
what
if
he's done? Rob Mack?
that's supposedly.
Because Charlie Kelly's doing it as well. Charlie
Oh,
Day's
is he?
doing it to Charlie Kelly, isn't it? Yeah.
Is he really?
It's just to get us to talk about it.
That's good. Well, we are
They've won.
because then
I
there's a
don't
new
think I
series
like
coming.
Rob McElhenney anymore.
Is it because of his links with?
I think he's just
Ryan
kind of
Reynolds?
got a bit fucking gross in Hollywood, to be honest with you. Like, I get it, but like,
Yeah.
they were creative comedic geniuses, and he now just seems a bit gross.
I actually saw a clip this morning of him talking about how there are certain TV shows where it gets to season 5 or 6 and all the characters suddenly look better and like either have like plastic surgery and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously it cuts with the music to them.
Mm-hmm.
Although they are on season like 13 or
Yeah.
14 or something like that. There's a long running series, but like they've done that. Like
Mm-hmm.
they've all had a bit of Botox or look much better. Not that you shouldn't better yourself, but like
Mm-hmm.
with the characters in the show, it doesn't make sense. And that's why it's kind of probably gone downhill for me a little bit in the last few series.
Happened with Friends.
Do you think so?
It did, didn't it? Well, that same article, or I read
it
something
about that,
similar
was it?
where they said with Friends it happened as well. Yeah, where everybody's looking better. But I mean,
But
yeah,
the
it
whole
happens,
point,
doesn't it?
but yeah, I suppose with Friends, they aren't necessarily decrepit beings who do
no.
horrible things to each other and live in like squalor.
Yeah.
Whereas in Always Sunny, they are like eating tinned cat food and sleeping in like
The only
the same
person that
sleep.
doesn't look any different is Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Danny
Well,
DeVito.
he does look better, doesn't he? But obviously, I guess a little bit of roughing him up probably looks the same, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. No, Charlie Day's
Either
done
way,
a
I've
great
had my
job
skin
of-
scratched to the back and then stapled at the back of my head.
You had it pulled.
I
The
had my
full
whole face
back
pulled
and the head,
Yeah.
like
Back there is fucking
like
mess.
in Men in Black,
Yeah.
where he pulls his
Is that
skin.
better?
You know, you can have a conscious facelift now.
Conscious.
So you just have local anesthetic, and then they pull your face back and do all the stitching whilst you're just awake.
That's
Oh
crazy.
shit! Was that a program you saw recently?
I
'Cause I
did-
saw it came up on my.
It came up on Gogglebox.
I
yeah,
flicked
yeah.
past it,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What the fuck?" Because you could see the inside of their face, like they like the flap on the side near their ear was open, and they were just like, "Yeah, so I've been like this week I
So
did
I
this,
looked
this,
away
and
for this bit.
and they were talking, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa! This person's awake during
Yeah.
this shit."
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
just had their
Oh.
face kind of like pulled back a bit. I mean, they must. I think they were in their
Yeah.
late 50s or maybe
Yeah.
mid 50s,
It worked amazingly well.
and like it was just kind of pulled back and up, which transformed the look
Well,
of
you
their
it
face.
loses the elasticity, doesn't it? Your skin.
It's just
over-
gravity pulls
gravity.
it down.
Pulls your face down.
Sun damage all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I should talk about sun damage. My face is like a kind of a blotchy mess because of the sun. Should wear sun cream more. I do
Sun
try
cream
to.
every day.
Blotchiness is more likely to do with diet than the sun. I would say. I
Yeah.
wonder if it's the
But I'm only
bags of
mainly
M&Ms
blotchy.
you eat,
It could be.
Ross, causing the
I
blotchiness.
haven't had M&Ms in a couple of weeks. So.
What have you been eating recently though? What's the
Last
chocolate
thing
of choice?
What did I have? I had a Twix a couple of days ago.
Oh, that is rations for you. Just
It
a
is.
Twix.
I know.
What
It's
about
been
lunch ball and your last lunch ball?
maybe. Well, the last time you saw me have a lunch ball was probably a week and a half ago.
When was the one last time you had a lunchable before then?
Oh, quite a while actually. There was actually quite a big
I
gap.
thought because I haven't seen you eat one of
It was
long
literally,
time.
it was literally just the last minute. I was like, "Fuck, there's nothing else here that I want. I'll just have a little cheeky lunchable." And they are still really shit.
I had Lunchable because
It's just crackers and
if you don't know what a
fake
Lunchable is,
cheese.
it's like what's that product that like Mr. Beast released?
it's called Feastables, which is exactly the same product,
Okay.
but their own.
Moldy stuff.
So years ago in school, the reason I'm bringing this up now, and I think Trot is finding it quite funny as well, is because recently we've just been observing Ross's diet is basically that of a secondary school person. Lunchtimes are anyway. I don't know about dinners. But
Just
like
has fun in the
things
shop.
come in and he comes in with different lunches, but every so often he comes in with a Lunchable. And as a child, I remember thinking, "Wow, those look really cool," right? And I didn't get those things, like some people, their parents bought them for them. At the time, I attributed it to them having lots of money, but now I'm like, maybe they shouldn't have been buying that for their kids. Maybe they
I
should.
never had a Lunchable at school,
right?
so
Okay, so you had the same kind of.
not that I've looked at it and gone, "Oh, I really want one."
Did you not?
When I've, it's
That's
just literally
everything
just
you need in one.
just cheese and it's just cheese, ham, and crackers.
But it's not cheese.
It's
ham.
very quick. It's very shit cheese.
But not
and ham.
all cheese and ham is the same, is it?
I know, but when you're at the shop, you're not like, well, now I'm going to get like a whole pack of
Charcuterie.
Jacob's crackers and
Yeah.
do all this. I'm going to buy that little pack because it's quick, and it just, I mean, it doesn't taste like real. It tastes fake and rubbery. But for a quick fix of just like something to munch, that is it. But it's very rare.
So
I did come in the other day with
but you're choosing that over like a
hummus,
Ginster's pasty or something like that. You would choose that. I mean, Ginster's pasties aren't good.
It's because on my route to the office, there's no real shops of any.
There's Spicer and Cole.
There is, or I can go to a very expensive place that's just like, I don't know. I don't want to spend like 20 quid for a really small lunch.
It's not 20 good. So it's about 6.
Better. Have you ever shopped?
So it's 6, not better. No, I mean Spicer and Cole is what I was talking about.
Oh,
next
right.
to us.
But that's a time issue.
Yeah.
Anything I've ordered from there, I'm waiting.
But 6
And
quid
I'm like,
for a... I guess.
You know how late we are for the streams
I
as
just
we
don't
are.
think that like the minute longer you wait for a chicken Caesar baguette for 6 quid is worth the terrible meal you get as a Lunchable for £4. But
it's not £4.
How much is
it's
a
really
Lunchable?
cheap? I don't know, like 2 quid.
Okay.
But even then, it's
How
not great.
much
No, I just make
is a
like
Lunchable?
tuna sandwiches at home. It's easy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you do that. You're good. You bring your own lunch. That's good. It's just the Lunchables are horrendous. So I had a Lunchable to finish what I was saying about it.
£1.
I was excited about them, huh?
It's £1.
Really?
£1 from where is that?
It's a Dairyly Lunchable from.
Maybe you're gonna get a pallet?
No.
They'll last for years.
From Sainsbury's is £1.
It's a quid there.
Iceland is £1.60.
God damn it. Well, anyway,
it was a quick
I
grab.
tried it and I could not believe
£1.53.
how bad that tasted.
Yeah.
Like because you at least expect like a McDonald's cheese, like McDonald's has worked out how to make mass-produced salt cream tasting slices that aren't cheese. But when you eat it, you're like, this is delicious. Why can't they just do that? Why does the cheese just taste shit and bad, and not like bad and good?
I don't know.
That's I'm gonna listener. If you're thinking about that,
If it's gonna be shit, it's better be tasty.
exactly. If you're gonna be bad, then you better be tough.
It's
right?
it's the convenience issue, and I think that's probably the same with a lot of people's dietary choices is convenience.
That's why I have
And
fuel.
like, do I want to spend 2 or so hours making a lavish meal this evening, or do I want to just press a button on my phone and it arrives?
Banging Jackie Potato last night.
Right. Okay. Why does it make you squint your eyes so much?
Banging.
Oh,
So
trying to recall it in,
But
in
how do you
clear,
bake
in
it?
clarity.
How did you make your
Okay.
jacket potato?
Well, it was made for me, which was the best bit.
Well, that's okay.
And it was firstly microwaved to cook through, and then put in an air fryer to get crispy, and then put in an oven.
All right.
The oven as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
if I not do
real
it.
fluffy.
Oh,
Actually,
right. I
no,
see.
it's
I don't know why
changed
you
the
would do
oven
both.
setting on the air fryer.
Oh,
Right,
So
okay.
it switched modes.
I was gonna say,
and
does
then
Rather to bake the center.
melted some lovely cheese that we got from Waitrose,
What kind of cheese was it?
cheddar, and red Leicester mixed together, grated together,
Love some red Leicester.
Pre-grate cheese.
and then some tuna
Love a red Leicester.
with some sweet corn. Just a
Wait, was
beautiful
it
thing.
pre-grated?
No.
I was going to say, because pre-grated has like a powdery texture
Yeah.
to
It's
it.
an anti-caking agent. Stops
Yeah,
it
so
from
it stops
melting.
sticking it together as well.
Mm.
But like, yeah, I'm not a fan of that personally. But I do love some red Leicester.
Yeah,
There's something about it. It's just
it was amazing.
it's very mild. Very mild cheese.
I had some chicken that I cooked 2 days ago with some mustard.
What, just chicken
Just
and
chicken
mustard?
and mustard.
I thought about this. I'm like, I bet I talk about what I had for dinner yesterday. And I was like, oh,
Chicken and
didn't
mustard.
have a very good
That's
dinner.
But, like,
exactly what that looked like, Craig.
But it's one of those things
Oh,
where
that's great.
there is like a risk reward element to cooking something more detailed or more time spent on it. Like I made steaks a couple of days ago, and the steaks were okay, right? But I was also trying to juggle doing like kind of proper chips, like home cut chips that I made myself, whilst then
Timing.
making a red wine jus, which I got wrong slightly. It was just not the right consistency. And then once you've done all that effort, and then you kind of eat it, and you're like, God, that wasn't that great. You didn't feel just demoralized, and then That's
to the
why you're then
Lunchables.
like, well, get me. Yeah. Then you hear the pack of a Lunchables open and go, well, we should have had this. And so I'm just like, yeah, it's disheartening sometimes when you're a shit at cooking.
You just got to keep practicing.
Yeah, I know. But it's also when you have nailed it in the past, you're like, yeah, well, I got this red wine jus perfect last time. But this time, it's because I timed
Or you need
everything
to make it
off, or like
batch.
I did the timing wrong, and then I chucked on some fucking tender stem broccoli a bit too late, so then the steak was a little bit cooler than it should have been. And then
atmospheric.
and you're like, fuck me.
Your wine jus, can you?
It's quite
can you
an
make
easy thing to do.
a bulk of it and
You
then
could do.
store it.
But the whole point is like you get the steaks in there first, and then that gives the pan the flavor.
Yes.
And that also adds to it. So then it's kind of like difficult to. I mean, you could just
Deglaze
get a
the
load
pan
of
to make
yeah,
the
you
jus.
could get a load of steaks and just use them for the flavor, and then store it later. I mean, I made enough for that serving, but yeah, it's one of those things where you just kind of fuck up sometimes, and it feels shit.
Did you know you could eat the packaging of Lunchables once you're done?
You may as well. I mean, you probably could. Yeah.
About the
I
same.
don't know where
there's
the
a
cheese
picture
ends and the
on-
plastic packaging begins.
I don't know what Lunchables you got there. That cheese looks a bit more exotic than the actual
That's
cheese you get.
exotic.
The
That's
cheese
an
you get is
exotic
pale.
Lunchable.
The cheese you actually get is so pale. I mean, it's Dairy Lee cheese. So it's just
Oh.
like the palest cheese. And I never liked Dairy Lee growing up.
Neither did
I
I
kind
actually.
of did.
No, neither
but
did I.
I kind of forced myself to get into it because
Baby Bell was better than Dairy Lee, right?
I don't know.
You just
I was more into Dairy Lee at the time.
Really?
But I,
What, the soft Dairy Lee triangles?
Yeah.
How would you eat it? On a
I
cracker?
was just
Smear
like
it on something.
gum it in.
Gum it.
You'd eat. See,
He's
on a
gumming
cracker it was okay, but like just like
You wouldn't
eating
just
a soft
peel
cheese.
it open and just slap
You
it in
could
your
never
mouth.
get the whole thing as well because it all got stuck in the foil.
Yeah.
Nightmare. God, look at that Lunchable. That's a stackable, isn't it?
What's the difference between a stackable and a Lunchable? Aren't they?
There's
They
more
just
stuff
started,
to
they started
stack.
adding different things into them.
There was stackables, which were something else. An offshoot, if you will. Turkey and American crackers.
They don't even say
It's honestly,
cheese.
it honestly wouldn't be much to just literally buy a block of cheese and ham and.
Well,
crackers.
I had the other problem in secondary school. My dad would very hurriedly make sandwiches for me, but he'd cut cheddar off of a block in way too thicker chunks.
Oh, so you'd have just.
And there'd be
Oh,
like no butter on the bread, so it would just be like a chunk of cheese and then like a teaspoon of pickle, which is nice, but at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, a chunk of cheese that big has been sweating like a bastard in my bag.
Or
yeah.
in the lunchbox when you get out a sweaty sandwich, it's all moist.
Especially if they put salad in it. I feel bad because they're
Yeah.
trying to put green in it and green in you, but you're like, man, like 4 or 5 hours
I
in,
hate
that salad
soggy
is so
Did
grim.
anyone ever steal out of your lunchbox?
No, somebody broke my really nice lunchbox once.
Oh,
and honestly, it's a
shit.
formative memory for me.
Really?
Yeah, annoyingly,
you
I really did. Oh, I felt really bad because my dad had brought me back this really fancy lunchbox from London where I used to work, and I just feel like I'm in therapy now. And there
the
was this
lunchbox
kid
story
that grabbed
again.
my lunchbox, who I kind of knew, but he was like
You
fucking
gotta stop
around, and
bringing
I
up
was just
this.
like, "Give me that fucking thing back!" And then he ran, and then he threw it. And then as it flew through the air, it hit the ground, and then the hinge just exploded.
Oh, my
and
Captain
it was like
Scarlet lunchbox.
Yeah, but it was literally one of those like it was a cooler lunchbox. The brand still exists. It might even
okay.
be a Yeti. Like,
Oh, yeah,
but,
yeah,
like
yeah. Wait.
it was
It slid on the top like the. I think I know the one.
really, yeah.
think
But
I may
it
know
broke
the
and
one.
it compromised the whole like cooling of the thing, and so like my nice cool lunch no longer worked because this little cunt of a kid didn't realize what he did, and it wasn't his fault. He was 11 years old, but motherfucker. I never forgave him.
Oh, really?
Why would you?
Wow.
But you still need to not keep bringing this up in therapy every week.
Well, he's told me to stop talking to him about it, so that's why I'm here. What should I do?
Bursts into tears as he
do I
enters.
do?
Is it the lunchbox again?
It's in the lunchbox. I can't forgive him.
Look, it stopped working. The functionality was ruined.
It was
after
so
that.
much better than the Action Man lunchbox I had before that. It was little more than a plastic suitcase.
See, somebody would steal like everyone's lunches from their lunchboxes
and eat them.
and eat them. Yeah.
Aw.
And obviously, at the time, you were furious, but now you look at it and you go, "Oh,
Man, someone
right,
must
there
have
was
been
obviously-
really hungry.
Yeah, there was obviously an issue there, and I think that's
Yeah.
They weren't being fed
It's
at home.
sad. Yeah, it's
God damn.
sad situation.
So, man, if you want some of these cheese sandwiches, you're welcome to them. They're like,
yeah, they're sweaty and thick.
oh. Have
Sweaty
you ever tried
cheese.
to chomp your way through room temperature cheddar?
Yeah, watch. I tuna a lot. And that, like, when that's sitting from like, I mean, I guess like 7:30 in the morning, it's been made, and you're having lunch, kind of like what time was lunch normally? Like 11:30.
Yeah, it was usually
Around
around
that?
12, 1 o'clock, wasn't it? Yeah.
Just been sat in a corridor.
I have.
And I don't think you'd ever do that now. You wouldn't just go, well, I'll make this tuna now, and then go back to it in a few hours. You won't. You won't do
I
that.
remember having some real basic sandwiches, like jam sandwiches.
Nice.
Jam? I've had a
ketchup
jam sandwich before.
Oh.
A ketchup sandwich I've never enjoyed.
Never did the
I've
ketchup
tried it
sandwich.
Just
before.
butter sometimes.
Okay.
There's an element to like thinking about it now, just like making loads of other
Was there
people's
also a
lunches
nice
in the morning?
thick slather of self-deprecation in that sandwich? But jam sandwiches I had frequently, I will say. They were great.
Like a little dessert.
They're so good.
It was a dessert, yeah. It was great. I mean, I had it rarely, but it's pretty good. I mean, I have a newfound respect for my mum for making all that
Every
stuff in
day.
the morning, because obviously I got two brothers as well, and they were having their sandwiches made for them,
Yeah.
and it's just like, yeah, fuck doing
wild,
that.
isn't it?
But
Did you like ketchup sandwiches?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was just like, oh, not ketchup again.
I just kind of got what I was given.
Yeah,
And I was thankful that they made something.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have to go to the refectory.
that's good.
But the refectory was good.
It had some good pizza slices.
The pizza
And my
slice.
mum did work there at one point.
Oh, yeah. And turkey
Did she give you
twizzlers.
extra
no,
fries?
she didn't give me extra.
Damn
She
it.
was-
We can't cheat the system, Chris. For God's sake, man, we should.
I lose my job.
The one time that we should do this, just chuck a turkey twizzler in my blazer pocket.
Please.
The annoying,
It's a
the
pizza
whole annoying
slice.
thing about the lunch system was that everyone was on lunch at the same time, so you then just stood in a queue for
Yeah.
30 to 40 minutes. And also, we had quite a leisurely lunch. It was an hour and 15 minutes, or around 20.
Dope.
I do remember our lunches feeling quite long.
They were
It
were
was
towards
too
the
long
end.
at
They
some point. You were
extended
like,
towards
God,
the
this
end.
feels quite long, actually.
Because they needed to give the teachers more breaks because they didn't have enough teachers and they're all leaving, I think.
And most of them
Oh,
were locked in
right.
the cupboards. They had to go around and unlock them all.
Yeah, I mean, good God, how anyone works in a secondary school blows my mind.
I could not do
But
it.
you'd queue up 30, 40 minutes for just like sometimes just a plate of chips and beans
A slice of pizza.
or a slice of pizza.
Yeah. That's
That
been
one.
out under the hot lamp.
all the major food
Yeah.
groups.
And it was. And
I'll just go to the
I think,
fucking vending machine. Fuck it.
But obviously, you look at it now, you think, well, Jamie Oliver had a point.
Oh.
You know, with the turkey twizzlers and because it was just shit food. Really.
Yeah. I think the contention with Jamie Oliver, though, was that he was telling them to eat high quality food that
And
needs
it's too
to be-
expensive.
That's too expensive.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
And also, yes,
Yeah.
required all these kind of workers to make
preparation.
so much
yeah,
more.
exactly. The wages.
Again, going back to the effort, risk reward. Just a bunch of kids, just give them chips.
And also, I can just now, as an adult with an ego, a fragile one, and a lot of sort of insecurity. If people try to tell you how to do things that you've had to like sit through the shit of for years, so I'm putting myself in the position of the people that worked in the kitchens that Jamie Oliver came into in schools.
Oh yeah.
Where he's like, well, why doing that then? And it's like, well, yeah.
It's like, well, I wasn't
The reality
fucking
was like
trained.
for like a year and a half we couldn't feed enough people, so one of us just had to do deep fry stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, here you go, bish bash bosh. There, this is how you cook. This is how you cook some chicken. There you go. Isn't that nice? And they're like, well, yeah, it is nice. Yeah, but are you going to be here all the time? Or
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you get that vibe from watching this was years ago when that program was on, but you get the vibe where they were just kind of like, God, this is actually a lot of prep. Although he would teach them how to do kind of prep it all and just store it and stuff.
Yeah.
But it is so many more extra steps that you can see
I think
why
it's-
they were just a bit more frustrated with the idea of it.
He attacked the issue from the wrong end,
Yes.
for sure. Like going to the workers and telling them
Yeah.
to do more work.
He did. I
rather
think he
than
did
making
do
healthy
campaigns.
food.
Yeah.
He made
Cheaper.
campaigns
Yeah.
at the government as well. He
Right.
did do the whole kind
Okay.
of the
All
whole.
right, fucking
the whole,
apologist.
Well, no, I remember the show. I remember what he did. What he did because
That's fair.
there was the whole we'll take this to Parliament and we'll kind of make sure
Yeah,
that
good.
there's
Yeah.
free school dinners and stuff, and it's all kind of quite coming from a good place. But yeah, at the same time, if a professional chef comes in and goes, well, you've been obviously chopping it wrong, your fingers are in the way, and it's like, oh fucking, I'm not professionally trained.
I've been using scissors. The only
I'm just one of the
implement I
kids'
use-
mums. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's
I'm
half
that
the time
kid's
the
mum.
qualification
Look at
is my kid goes here.
You see that one over there on a ketchup sandwich and not enjoying it? That's my kid.
Yeah, he's moaning. He hates it.
But you would have loved for Jamie Oliver to make you a bang up ketchup sandwich.
I thought that it would have been hilarious. By the end of this episode, I would have changed my name by deed poll, but
You're
I
trying
had
to see
send
if
a
you-
letter.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's
shit.
just a quick form. Otherwise, everyone
The
would change their
Gazette
name
needs to
every
know.
5
Are
seconds.
you trying to create a narrative arc of the podcast?
I
through
thought I would have my name
change?
changed, but no, I have to.
And it's not
fully-
exciting either. It's not you're not changing it to anything like
No, it's already,
crazy.
No, I'm just adding an extra.
You're just
I'm
changing
adding
it to your
my-
legally married name. Like that's normal.
We double-barreled our surname, so we just shoved them together with a hyphen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shove them in.
It's good because that way you've got a bullet for each of you.
That's true.
A bullet.
Double barreled.
Yeah, true.
Double barrel usually fires at the same time, but
No, it doesn't.
No, you can. There's the double click system.
They never fire at the same
you
time.
guys know your guns.
Yeah.
It's just a
Sorry.
shotgun. Sorry.
But anyway, I was trying to make a joke about double barreled. It's an odd turn of phrase, double barreled, isn't it? Like, Like,
Why does it come from guns? Is it come from?
I don't even know if it does. It sounds like it does, but I'm
Where
presuming
does
it.
The term.
Well, there's 2 barrels. It's a double barrel.
But like, just
And then when you put 2 names together, it's double. I guess it is coming from that.
what dual name?
A double barrel, 2 names.
It is literally
stuck in
from-
as one.
The etymology of it is from.
And that is the
gun.
main way.
And
of
also, then there's
saying
shotgun
it.
wedding.
Well,
why
that's
is it?
the
Why
difference.
is wedding so related to guns? I guess that's the real question.
Mhm.
Like, what in history happened?
Do you know why people would have
Well,
shotgun weddings?
because they were putting guns to their head.
No. Do you know why a shotgun wedding would happen? If the bride was pregnant and they were unmarried, so the father would then get a shotgun
And make him marry.
the guy go and marry
Right.
his daughter.
So it's like forced by gun.
because you don't want a bastard. You'll have your daughter marry anyone
Yeah.
instead of having an unmarried child.
This is a fact, though. This is definitely a fact. Are we getting this from a fact checker, Chris Trott?
What shotgun
Chris
weddings?
Hodson Trott.
The word barrel possibly refers to the barrel of a shotgun. This is on Wikipedia.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's literally double-barreled comes from a shotgun because it
Yeah.
resembles.
double barrel.
Odd
Double
that's become
barrel.
the main way to describe people having the very common convention of a double surname, isn't
Yeah.
it? Apparently, there is one theory here that it comes from the 1700s where every family had a barrel, and when 2 families came together...
Double barrel! Double barrel!
Oh, we can fit so much more things in these double barrels.
But I'm not sure
Double
that's
barrel.
accurate. I'd like to think that was the way they did it.
The
but
merging of the barrels is happening.
it's the merging of 2 barrels. Now they'll be able to store twice as many apples.
fucking hell. Should we mix them both together?
2 apples. And that's how we get the saying, 2 apples.
That's not a saying.
It feels nuts, isn't it? It feels like somebody in Crew Kern's come up with all of the ways we use language.
Yeah.
So
In a way that, I mean, they could have, it certainly evolved over time, doesn't it?
one of my family names is Hooper. It's literally just 600 years of Hoopers in Crew Kern. And you know what a Hooper does? They just make the hoops that go around barrels.
Yeah.
That was what they did.
We did that
and
for
that was-
hundreds and hundreds of years.
Right, I'm a Hooper. What does that mean?
What does a horn
Alex
do?
Hooper. Okay, I just make hoops. You want a hoop or something? Can't do any other shape. Just hoops.
Yeah, we know the circumference of a barrel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what
What a hornby does.
What's a hornby?
Model
Of
train.
English origin, primarily derived from Old Norse place names, specifically from several locations in northern England. The name signifies horn-shaped land or farmstead on a horn-shaped piece of land.
So basically, you were from people that used to live on a shape of land, and they were like, "Those."
Well, that's
are the,
horn-shaped, isn't it? You're
those
one of
are
those hornbees.
Hornbees.
You're one of those hornbees, aren't you? Yeah.
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 That's how I identify myself.
That's how
my
you'll know
entire
me.
lineage.
That's how you'll know me.
We live
By
on
the
this
shape of
spot.
my land. Not by my job. The shape of my land. It's all horn
The
shaped.
most remarkable thing about me is
Well-
the ground I'm standing on. That's my contribution. The thing I'm stood on. So
Yeah.
Somerset comes from the place, the summer camp. So basically, where people in the southwest of England would go from during the summer. Somerset was originally where it's come from. So that's where they would camp during the summer. The best place for the summer.
Where you'd set down.
Yeah, and that's basically apparently
Cool.
where Somerset comes from.
It's a village of Hornby in Lancashire.
Oh, Lancashire.
Which is
Interesting.
noteworthy, with a castle built on the site of a Roman villa.
Wow.
And the name dates back to the 12th century, indicating its long history according to Find My Past, which some people might not want to go on.
I'm on familysearch.org for Trot family history
Yep.
here.
Oh, yeah.
English.
Horse.
Yeah.
Anything to do with horses.
Somerset and Devon,
Nice.
southwestern England, usually a variant of trout.
Yeah.
Well, we knew that, though.
Yeah.
We have looked that up
In
previously, I
South
think.
German, which I do think I've got Germanic roots,
Okay.
metonymic variant of trotter.
Okay.
Okay.
An English nickname either for someone who moves quickly at the pace of a trotting horse.
There goes that trotter.
There we
There we
go.
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's swift of
Fucking
foot.
Sack it out.
He's such a nippy little bugger.
So fast.
From the Middle English trotte, Old French trot, perhaps given to a messenger, perhaps messenger people, trotter or trotman, or occasionally perhaps from Middle English trot, old woman, hag.
Well, it sounds like, broadly speaking, most people would use trot for people who moved around a lot.
Moved around.
And messages, right? So
Yeah.
from a long line of postmen.
Got a crest of arms.
Or
over
deliver some message, whatever.
You've got
There's a Hornby crest of arms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Family
There's
crest.
a trot one.
You're going to get that tattooed on your back?
Yeah,
inside
with the
wrist?
rest of the tattoos.
All the other ones.
They're all on there. I'm guessing does everyone have a crest? Is that just a...
Yeah, everyone has a crest. Mine's got a bear on it.
Who's making all these
Sick.
fucking crests? That's a pretty
The ancient arms of trot. Look at
Wow. That's a good one. I like the colours.
that. That's
elaborate.
pretty dope.
I've got a
The
top.
family Hornby live here. Family
That bear
Trot.
looks different.
It's a
That's what
different
I've got.
bear.
Mine's
Is that a
got a
bear that
full-
looks like a horse?
Is that a duck with legs? Wait,
that's
all
a
ducks
duck
have
with
legs.
arms.
Is that a duck with arms?
That's a
There's the
duck
horny
with
one.
arms.
Nice.
3 horns. 3 horns with some nice string on
Is that
them.
what that is? Just
Yeah.
horns.
They're like-
Yes.
Horns.
That's
There's
why
the
I'm so good
Smith.
at blowing the mouth trumpet.
Well, I don't think I'd have arms because I'd just
Ancient
be
arms of
Sure, it'd be
Smith.
hammers and
banging away at stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd have a coat.
swords.
But I like to think that there's a coat of arms, but something tells me that these are all just made up. But
Ancient
I
arms.
mean, which Smith? We're not all related. There's so many Smiths. It's crazy. Literally, I meet a new one every week.
You're always meeting Smiths.
Yeah.
Just a Smith reunion every time. What do you think is the worst? We'll go back to the meal thing. What do you think is the worst thing you've kind of just decided to have as a meal?
What, recently?
Well, is that you can remember where you've been like, "Fuck, fine, that's my dinner."
What's the worst thing I've eaten?
And I don't. It doesn't. I guess it doesn't have to be the worst, but necessarily like as in like it doesn't have to be
I
gross.
did like 3,
but just something where it's just like, I'll
3
just have
freezer things put together.
3 freezer
One
things.
was a, you know those thick omelette, potato omelette
Frittata.
frittatas. Had a slice of that,
Or tortillas. Yeah.
some gyozo, it was just all yellow, and something else and some ketchup.
Oh yeah, frozen gyoza.
Gyoza.
Gyoza, sorry. Yeah.
Gyoza. Yeah, that's. And how was that?
No, not good.
Not good.
I mean, it was fine. The
You just
ketchup kind of
pan fry
blended.
the
it.
gyoza.
I'm trying to think of back to uni, like, because I think I probably ate some grim things at uni.
I
Just,
used to eat
again,
like, a
like
king at uni.
frozen foods and like eat like a king. Where'd you get the money? Did you have a job at uni?
I did, yeah.
What did you do? Peddle drugs.
No, I worked
Don't
at
giggle.
fucking.
You giggled.
I
That's
worked in a
true.
Londis, where I sold people paraphernalia to take drugs.
A Londis.
I was in a Londis. No, the reason I ate like a king is I would do things like, occasionally they put like prawns on like half price, so you can get like a whole bag of prawns for like £2.50. I'd often
You get the backhand deals in Londis.
well, not in the Londis. No, we didn't see prawns. I wouldn't buy prawns from Londis.
Londis.
Tesco, and then just buy bags of prawns,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
king prawns, and then I would do like Thai curries. I'd always make them way too rich, so I'd have like peanut butter in there as well and things like that. And it'd be a super calorific dinner. But yeah, I do like. To be honest, no, I've not really. I think it's because I prioritize spending money on food. I think
Yeah.
I think that's why I haven't had. I've definitely had horrible, ration packs and things like that. Like, oh fucking hell yeah! I had a Lithuanian ration pack halfway up a hill a couple of years ago, and it was just called like it was in Lithuanian, and it just said something like meatballs with grain,
Just meat.
Oh, nice.
and it didn't even tell you what the meat was. It was dog food, like really bad. That one was hard, and then the next day I could smell it constantly, like burping and a really metallic corned beef taste mixed with
I love corned beef.
Do you actually
Do
like corned
you?
beef? Because I was about to say that's one of the worst things I've had.
yeah.
Well,
love
maybe
corned
spam. I guess it's similar.
I could eat blocks of corned beef. I
don't
used to
know.
have corned beef sandwiches as well. Just slices of corned beef.
It's good for when you're on the move, walking across Northern Europe.
Yeah.
I went to
For my
Bolton
gate.
not long ago, and they offered me something called tatty ash,
Right,
tatty hash, which is potatoes,
Corned beef fried.
corned beef hash, and a bit of gravy,
That sounds great.
kind of
to me.
mixed in. And honestly, it wasn't bad. The corned beef was a bit questionable. It wasn't bad.
Mm.
Wouldn't make
I
it
assume
again.
it's beef that's just got loads of corn in it, all mixed together.
But corned beef,
Yeah,
corned beef hash,
probably.
not a fan. I'd rather spam.
How about you'd rather spam?
And even then, look, I wouldn't have it now.
I think I'd rather corned beef than spam. Ugh.
Spam's just got a bad name as well.
Spam is special ham. I don't know what the spur for it is. It is literally just meat
Canned meat.
products all just squished in together. It's cured.
Corned beef makes me think of like a very grainy beef pate, to be honest with you, is
Grainy.
how I treat it.
Yeah.
It tastes more like pate and it has a very grainy, corny flavour to it. And then it has that horrible sort of fatty. Spam just doesn't have that same graininess,
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
it?
it doesn't have a graininess.
Spiced ham.
Is it spiced?
Though the exact meaning of the name is not definitively known.
Right.
They kept it a secret. The term spam in context.
I think that sometimes with food products, keeping things a secret is a question mark. Don't you think? Like, oh, well, it's a secret ingredient. It's like, well, is it safe though? It better be safe.
Apparently corned beef doesn't have corn in it. It's nothing to do with corn.
It's
got
not
corned
corned
beef because it's got
beef.
apparently the salt they use or
Oh,
something.
right.
Corned beef, yeah?
It's corned beef.
Salt
Yeah, yeah.
cured, corned, large grained rock salt used in the curing process. Popular ingredient. Nice. Fuck yeah, I'm well into it.
You want some more corned beef, don't you? You're thinking about it and wanting it now.
Can't get it out of his head. A
He
jam
wants just
sandwich, corned beef.
Crack
on-
open a tin of corned beef. Well, you have the little kind of
Gyoza.
the
Get
key
some
that
gyoza
you
out of the
twist
freezer.
around. The key in twisting around the cube-shaped or like rectangular shaped.
Get the gyoza back out of the
There you
freezer.
go, is that tatty-ash? That looks like good tatty-ash.
Yeah,
We've got
you
a
can make
picture
anything
of it
taste
on
good if you're
screen.
good enough at cooking.
Of course, yeah. Seasoning is important.
Yeah,
very
and also
important.
other ingredients to pack out the ones that aren't as good.
Yeah.
I mean, all
That's a
that
good
beef will then
tatty-ash.
become salty, fatty, gritty taste, won't it? Rather than the main event. The potatoes you're going to get a lot of there. And probably the
It's
oil.
like post-war foods, I think, are just like the kind of comfort foods.
Well, we can call
Your
them
cottage
pre-war
pies.
foods now, if you like.
You could always call something pre-war. Like, there's always going to be there's wars going on all the time. Popping
Is
up
there?
all over the place.
Is there?
Like annoying
Not
zits.
great
Like
wars.
global zits.
What about Great Wars?
Great wars. Well, it depends what you mean is great. What's great? The number of people that died.
I think it's the scope of it, isn't it? That
Just
what
the-
makes it
just the
great.
how far-
Number of nations involved.
Oh, and how
Yeah.
bloody good it was out of 10 as well. I think there's a
Yeah.
Great War rating.
Oh, the rating.
Capital
okay,
G,
yeah.
Great
The
War.
Rotten
Got great,
Tomatoes
good,
of
okay.
wars.
Mostly positive.
Well, how does this one rank on Rotten
Mixed.
Wars?
Rotten Wars.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Fresh.
This one's pretty fresh.
War.
Worth fighting in.
Are we going to get conscripted anytime soon?
Getting through this was like
Anytime
getting
soon.
through
I don't
the
know if
Psalm.
it's not worth thinking
Do I
about.
need to start doing push-ups again?
You should.
Well,
I mean, you are fighting age.
The company, not the company, the government are pumping up their budgets. Not to get into such a grim topic, but it is. Would you be able to fight? Do you think you fight? You're probably more able out of the three of us.
My surname's Trout. Trot.
He'll be running.
What he's
I
good
can-
on
He's
that,
a
but
trotter. Let him run.
Try and fucking
Give him
catch
the
me.
lightest weapon and let him run into there.
I think I'd break down too quickly, is my concern. I think I'd be all right for a bit, but then I'd get knocked a few times, or something physical, or I'd get ill, and then I'd just become useless.
Getting ill, yeah, that would happen quite frequently, wouldn't it?
Although I do
Or
like
just, I
that
think
my
just
sort of-
witnessing, just savagery,
the horrors of war.
witnessing someone do something horrible to someone.
Yeah,
in,
but you're-
in
you're
front
what
of
You're
you mean.
pretty ready for that, though, then.
Well, seeing it on, I think it's very different when you see something on a screen and seeing it in
Yeah,
real
you'll be
life,
watching
isn't
me barbarically mow people down and then eat their flesh.
it? If that, yeah, that would be shocking.
That would be quite
That would be
terrifying.
very
wouldn't it?
shocking to see you
Imagine me
mow
going
someone
rabid.
down and eating their flesh,
And like
and
punching
seeing all
their-
the things that you don't see in wars, which is probably even worse.
Yeah.
The things that they don't want you to see or
It's so
don't
gross, they're not even
publish. They're like,
filming
oh
it,
yeah, we'll
yeah.
put this out. It's like, oh, this is so bad, we won't put this out. That's the part. Those are the things. The trauma, I think, is probably what would happen to a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's like, this isn't a world that we
I don't think we need to worry
any
too much
familiar
about
with.
frontline fighting because it'll just be
will be an
nuke,
after.
everyone dead.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I think they like to draw these things out, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, why? Because what will all the rich people get after the war if they've blown it all to pieces?
Exactly.
They can't nuke
Elysium,
everything because
they're-
they want the
they're
stuff
working
that
on
happens
They can't take advantage
after
of
everybody else is
their
done
riches.
dying for it. They then come in and go, yay, new status quo.
This is depressing, isn't
Yum,
it?
yum, yum.
It's depressing because it's possible. I think that's the thing, isn't it? And I think that obviously throughout our entire 36, 7 you guys years, we've not had to worry about this type of thing really. There's always the occasional hotspot where it's like you're getting ads through.
Get an ad, 10 out of 10 on phone.
Just
down,
doesn't have to.
this
It's
one,
right
it's not phone, is it?
hand,
Oh,
top
that's up,
right
that's
hand
up,
side.
That's up.
Shut
That's up.
up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, depends on the orientation.
We haven't had to worry about this for most of our life, so like
I feel like
it
we'd
feels
be-
very much like something you see, and because of popular media, we are, I
More
guess,
exposed to.
trained to the idea that it's all a fantasy and make believe, and all the video games we play, you just respawn and all that kind of stuff. And we watch films where it's just like, well, that's never going to happen to us. We're a civilized nation. But you start to look at what other countries are doing right now, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's probably how this actually started, and that's what it looks like.
I think
But we're just kind of like, you then realize how powerless you are as an individual.
Yeah, but also there is the level of overexposure to constant
Yeah.
news
Oh, yeah.
that we've been, seeing every single day in modern media.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
when we were younger, we only got the news from TV
There's
and
a lot of hype.
newspapers. So it's, yeah, I don't think there's any more or less war. We're probably still in the safest time of humanity than we've ever been in, compared to the past.
Yeah.
If to put it in perspective. But yeah, it still doesn't make it any less scary, I guess, hearing about it all the time.
Yeah, I think it's just realizing that there isn't much you can do. That's
No.
that's the part where it's like, oh yeah,
quite
I guess there's
powerless.
not really anything I can do. So that's the part where you're gonna just have to be a bit stoic about it
I'll do a few more
and
push-ups
get on with your
a
day. Get on with your day. Try and not,
Do
worry
what
too
that
much about
guy
that.
does and build his underground bunker in your garden.
I don't think he's built that. What Colin Furs?
Furs,
I think he's
yeah.
doing that as like a fun project, not like
Yeah,
a war.
It's for fun. Yeah, it's for his band. Yeah, for soundproofing.
Do you think it's like a war bunker?
I reckon it's a secret war bunker.
Think so. Think were Anderson shelters like they were quite functional? Weren't they just corrugated huts?
Yeah, I mean, but they were slightly buried. If you built them properly, you would build them under like some soil, and depending on the bomb,
was it supposed to ricochet? Was it supposed to basically just like if something hit near it, it just bounces all over the shrapnel off of it?
Yeah, it's about direction of shrapnel burst. It's about all sorts of things. It's just about basic cover theory, right?
Yeah.
But like, it depends on, again, what you're getting
It
hit
is.
by. If you're talking about Anderson shells from World War II, it depends on the kind of bomb they were
That
dropping.
does look cool, doesn't it? I'd love a secret underground.
But if you haven't built it to withstand the kind of bomb that gets dropped on it, you've just designed a way for you to get suffocated underground.
It's a nice
Because
hole. Yeah, because once they
it'll
cover the
just collapse
holes,
on you.
once any of those holes get covered,
Yeah,
he's
like
just in his large and
I'd rather die out in the open than underground like a fucking mole. All right, I
don't know.
What are you holding on for? You seen what a town looks like after it's been bombed to pieces? Oh, let's stay in the basement for a few more days.
Not if you have a cool underground network like Metro 2033.
Horrendous. I mean, they do exist, by the way, and nations have spent loads and loads of money on building huge underground infrastructures. They're all over the place. It's kind of wild how much money countries have spent doing this, but who in their right fucking mind wants to live underground for years at a time? Horrendous. It's just grim. It's not worth it, in my opinion.
But that's it's exactly what that film When the Wind Blows by Raymond Briggs.
I've not seen it.
That film is about that, where it's just like, yeah, what was the point in surviving this? Because they just kind of suffer.
Yeah.
But they didn't make an Anderson shelter. He put a couple of doors in his hallway, and it's a cartoon. So it's basically just kind of
Is it that
a make-believe story?
The weird art style from...
Yeah, from 1986. So it's just Raymond Briggs who did The Snowman.
The Snowman,
art style, yeah. But
yes,
it was more just about like,
horrendous.
What could happen, and obviously, do we need to worry about it? Probably not. I think we should just listen to podcasts and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
We were going to do accents for this one, weren't we?
We were.
Yeah, what accent do you want to do?
Don't know. Should we think what accents are there available in the United Kingdom?
Do a Birmingham accent.
Birmingham. Oh,
That's like, I don't know. I can't.
Dudley, you're right. You're right, Chris. Have you been walking all around Northern Europe talking about shelters? Where have you been? Underground. Underground.
Received pronunciation you got from London and South East England.
Received pronunciation.
Received pronunciation.
Why is it
Like
called
the Queen's
received
English.
pronunciation?
It's more like
Philip,
Queen's English.
I'm doing received pronunciation.
Then you got Cockney from London.
Cockney.
Apples and pears.
Apples and pears.
Some pears.
All right, me old China, how's it going? You
Yeah.
want to play some darts or have a bar associated sports? Or maybe you can test me on the knowledge.
And then you got Cockney. Scouse.
Of course.
Liverpudlian and Northwest England.
Hey.
Fuck off, you
Chicken.
fucking prick.
Fuck off,
I
mate. I
don't know
haven't
why,
done anything.
and things I don't know why the immediate instant thing to do is swear, but like it's because of like popular media, I suppose.
Yeah.
And also there's a popular sketch that I think what's his name did. Bloody hell, Frost Show? No, what's Frost Show?
Paul Whitehouse.
Maybe Paul Whitehouse
no,
and Harry Enfield. It was the Harry Enfield show, wasn't it? It was like, hey,
Calm down,
and
calm
they had
down.
their little afros, and that was like the characters. I guess obviously most of the time it is comedians doing kind of caricatures of these accents where you pick those up and you're like, that is funny, but then it's not really necessarily always reflective.
And also
Until you
comedians
listen
are, their skill is to interpret life and make cunning in sort of inceptive thoughts, I suppose.
Yeah, like just impressionists.
Can you
So
do
these-
a good Geordie accent?
Every single police
Like
show
in
I've watched, they're always
Wyoming?
arresting Scousers. So that's what I ever hear them saying.
Is that
It's always Liverpudlians that get arrested. If
Is
you
it?
see the police shows, they're
Always?
always.
Which shows are you watching?
So many police shows.
Specifically in Liverpool, aren't
No,
they?
not specifically in Liverpool, all over the place.
They're based
Aberdeen, Highland drug interceptors.
in a Scousers.
What's a Liverpudlian doing in Aberdeen?
Yeah. Cornwall, Scousers.
What's a Liverpudlian?
What are they doing over there? Ireland, Scousers. What's happening?
You can't, I mean, that is
That's
the
not
question that
what's
both
happening.
I and various national police forces are trying to answer. Why are there so many Scousers in BMWs in Aberdeen?
That's not what's happening.
Never mind that Aberdeen's one of the
It
main
feels like
drug import areas of the entire country.
Aberdeen.
Is it?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Aberdeen doesn't seem like the right place for that.
Well, making some tenuous links there.
No, have a look. Aberdeen drug imports.
No, but you're linking that with
And for some reason, Scousers are there.
Scouse.
Why are they there? I'm not linking them. I'm just telling you that both those things are true.
Make up your own minds.
So make up your own research.
I'm not laying it
do
on
your
thick
own
or
research,
biased
yeah.
in any way. Do your own research. All I'm saying is a lot of cans of Coke and chicken is getting eaten in Aberdeen.
Chicken and coke. Coke and a chicken. They don't all sound like that. I think it's a scale, isn't it? Like most accents.
And regional accents then have their own specific bespoke ones depending on where you are, like Bristol's.
Yeah, but we don't have
South
Bristolian.
accent.
Southern. Do we have we don't have bumpkin?
Oh, the
accent.
Bristol accent is strong though, isn't it?
Bristolian. Yeah, when you hear someone like proper talking near you,
It's
you're like,
Somerset,
you're right,
but
mate.
with a
Yeah,
twang.
well, yeah, what you up to? Well, not much then.
So the Bristol accent is like Somerset,
It's like West
but it's
Country.
even dumber. So it's like if you take like the
Well, why is it
rural,
dumb? Why are you saying it's dumb?
Well, I'll tell you if you listen. All right, you're not listening. All right, you're gonna listen now.
Too dumb.
You are. All right.
Too
So
dumb.
what you do is you take the rural, slow talking of Somerset and that nice, homely feeling, and then you make it a bit more dumb and a bit more quick. And then suddenly you could be in Plymouth as well. There's something about the cities that makes the same Somerset accent, this sort of higher up, stupider, kind of, you're right. Like, I don't know what it is, but the Bristol accent, we were first here for a long time, you go into Primark or somewhere else like that.
I don't hear it that often.
The Bristol accent.
Oh, it's everywhere.
I
You
hear
need
it
to go into
sometimes,
more
but, like,
working class establishments, Ross. You're spending too long around the
I'm the one
received
who-
pronunciation.
I'm the one who steps foot in Greg's. You don't.
I wouldn't say that's working class. That's everybody who isn't.
That's the everyman.
That's everyone going in there.
Everyman pies. Everyman
Yeah.
pies. But no, you hear it from time to time. But I don't hear it like that prominently.
I do.
Even the homeless people I come across, and I come across many.
Hello there, sir.
Oh, hello,
Could you spare
Mr.
a
Ross.
tuppence?
Oh, good evening.
I appear to have fallen upon hard times.
Perhaps you could get me a coffee. One always asks me for a coffee now, and it's just expensive.
that's
It's getting
fine.
expensive because I can't say no.
You got your machine. Why don't you bring one out, Bristol?
I have started bringing him teas
Okay, well that's very nice of you.
just because I just don't want him to. It's almost £4 for a coffee. It's
I
Bankrupting me.
can't afford.
I just
You're
I
gonna
can't-
bankrupt
I hate to stand there and tell a
you want me
homeless
to
man
sit next
that
to
I'm
you?
not doing well enough to spend all this money on coffee, but I'll make you a tea. That'll cost me like 20p. That's boiling a kettle, putting a tea bag in. I can
Eventually,
make
it's
you
going
that
to be
tea.
like just the cup you had a tea from that you're having to hit with hot water with. Here you go, mate. Leftover tea gravy. Bit of tea. Want to lick the bowl?
What?
Is that where you're going with it? I've had a tea.
I know you'll
Can't afford
accept-
to give you one,
I
but
know
do you
you'll
want to lick the
accept
cup?
anything. So
Good God. An experiment in depravity. What started in charity will end in depravity, Ross.
well, I don't know where the line is. When do I
Well,
start?
that's what I'm saying.
It's when
I've had to start going a different route.
It's when they start asking for
It's just 'cause I
frappes
can't-
or like you put some
Quad
caramel
sugar.
syrup in it. and
Well, no,
double
he does.
espresso.
There are more detailed requests, and it's starting to get a
Really?
bit like, come on, man. I'll do it, but I'm also late. This is costing time. I got.
Ross,
to
would
be
you also
somewhere.
mind awfully pay my rent this month?
Would you also
Ross,
just pop some?
I
money?
love being your project, Ross. But
He asked me for a phone at one point. He said, "I don't suppose you got a spare phone kicking around. Mine's dead." I was like, "You've got a phone?" I was like, "Okay, well, I can ask some friends." But then you're not going to go, "Nah, fuck off, mate." Even though some people do. I can't do that to somebody sitting on the ground.
what is it? Yeah.
Little drop kick suits me. Anyway, thanks
A
for
drop
listening.
kick suits.
What for
Fucking
the
hell.
phone your spare phone?
No, if they ask anything.
But I don't know. I don't know where the line is. For
Well,
that. So
you're-
I'll just
you're
keep
doing
on
a
keeping
nice
them
job.
cup of tea, but it's just I just can't say no, I'm a people pleaser.
Giving them the food is I think that's what I do as well. It's like if
Some
they
of them
ask-
reject food,
yeah.
and then you're like, okay.
Some people reject food.
Some of the people,
Some of them.
some of the homeless people
You
I've
guys
come
are
across.
terrible.
Some of the homeless
I
people I've
didn't
come
say
across,
that.
I did.
You said them. You both
because we were talking about homeless.
Did I say them?
If I just said people, you don't know who I'm talking about. The homeless people I've come across have rejected some of the food
So
I've
in the
given them. They're
context
like, oh,
of what
not
we're talking
tuna.
about, I think that's fine.
I think
Not-
you're both treading
not
on
a
very, very
tuna
thin,
sandwich.
thin lines.
Well, at least we're giving them stuff.
We should say more controversial stuff.
You want me to? I'm not fencing.
The reason we haven't grown on any of these platforms is we aren't saying horrible shit. That's the only way to grow on any of these platforms.
Yeah.
I've been doing a pretty good job over the years.
And it's not hard enough.
I've said some pretty horrible
No,
shit.
you need to say
I've called for
horrible
the death
shit.
of a lot of people.
No, you need to be saying horrible, heinous shit because otherwise no one's gonna hear about us.
Well, here's some heinous
how-
shit. That same person is probably now manipulating and using you and will take and take and take from you
Oh, no,
until
yeah.
you eventually say no. Because
Oh, no, I just do-
unfortunately,
I
that
just
is
avoid
that is all they've had to do and the only survival mechanism that they have left anymore.
I have
And
to
your
avoid 'em.
drinks won't make a huge difference because unless we change things at a very base level and the huge social and welfare programs that would be required to do that,
Am I too empathetic? Or
you
am I
might,
just
you might
pathetic?
as well chuck the phone in the fucking river.
I didn't give him a phone. I'll point it out.
I
I didn't give him a phone.
No, I know you didn't. But I mean, anyway. But I think at a very base level, it's nice that you're giving a person a drink who wants a drink and food that wants a food. That's lovely. So well done.
But I have a line because it is quite £4 of coffee is a bit silly.
Yeah, come on, mate. Like, Cosy lives and all that.
Come on, man.
Oh.
Yeah, well.
Can
well,
I have a drink?
Exactly, that's the line.
Ross,
but
can I have a cup of tea?
It's one
Can
of
you
these
bring me coffee?
The only reason that it's like this is because you look at your own privilege and you're like, well, I could afford that from time to time. Obviously, not every fucking day. Yeah, that gets pricey. And this person isn't as well off. So what's a cup of tea?
You just tell him, sorry, mate. We don't do Minecraft videos anymore, so the revenue's not as strong.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. The views just aren't what they used to be.
I'm not going to be able to do the 2
And
sugars.
even then, we actually weren't paid that as well because of that. It was just, the views. That was YouTube though. That was what's it called? Adpocalypse, yeah. Even then, half our stuff's monetized now anyway. Because we keep fucking swearing.
And that's why we value our Patreon and our
We won't change our
members
ways.
for allowing Hat Chat to continue. Patreon is very...
And to maintain Ross's decadent life that allows the spoils to seep over the edge and into the hands of those less fortunate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Them.
I won't invite him into my home though. I won't invite him to my home. I don't know what... I don't know where that's leading. Well, I've got a sofa, I suppose.
You got a dog I could have.
Well, fucking hell. What do you mean have? Don't take my dog.
Well...
Yeah, well, it'd be better for the...
You get another one, couldn't you?
Mate, why did you buy such an expensive dog? Can I eat your dog? I want to eat your dog.
Well,
You've wasted so much resources on that dog.
I suppose... Maybe. I mean...
A certain level,
I am
we're gonna
privileged to have a
eat.
dog.
You're too privileged. It's the flat, the car, or the dog. I'm eating one of them.
Fucking hell.
Eat the flat.
Eat the flat, then. eat some
so
material.
much. This stuff's like, it's Grenfell for my guts. Eating that.
Grenfell for my guts.
This flat is made of all sorts of unedible things. I would have far preferred to have eaten the dog.
Concrete's difficult, isn't it?
You put 2 sugars on the flat, please, mate. That's the money trick. If you want to get a nice calorific boost out of a cup of tea, fucking 4 sugars. Hit that. I don't do that, but I would if I was
I'll just
trying to
next
drink
time I'll
tea
just go
for
through
survival.
my fridge. Anything that's like a day out of date, just hand it to him in a shopping bag. Is that a good one? What's a good method? I don't know.
What's just
I
nice,
don't know.
I suppose.
Ask the supermarkets that throw out tons and tons of food every night.
Yeah, that is nuts. That is actually nuts when you see it. Like, whoa, this is...
That's a whole different problem that we can't get into because it's the end of our
It
hand.
really
it's
is.
the end.
We
But
could get into this all day long.
Before we started this, just very briefly, I was saying thank you very much to the people that are supporting this podcast. We saw a lot of your nice comments in the previous podcast talking about how you really enjoy it. You like the podcast as a standalone thing. Those are all really positive things. Thank you very much. And yeah, I mean, we get enough listenership and enough support through our Patreon to continue doing this. And they are enjoyable. It's nice to have a voice. We hope it isn't too depressing.
We're trying to
it's
do
sometimes
more.
fun.
But I think it's a good platform to talk about.
I hope
lots
so.
of things.
Exactly.
Maybe not too
Like,
depressed, too depressing things.
No,
but
for
at least
sure.
all these things affect all of us.
Yeah.
Because
Indeed.
the worst thing I hate is when someone says, "Oh, don't talk about politics, mate. It's like, it doesn't affect. It's stay in your lane." And it's like politics affects everything. Everything. So yeah, sometimes we'll talk about it.
Well, I hope we can talk about it in a way that's engaging and entertaining.
And not too, not
because
too
absolutely right.
annoying
I
and
like
boring. And also
talking
people
about
want
it.
escape, and we do want you to escape these things as well.
Right, well, before our PC melts down, which it looks like is about
Looks like
to,
It's really twitching like a dead
Craig
fish.
is panicking.
Gonna,
There's some panic there from Craig. He's just trying to get all
my new
the windows
sofa's
in the right
arrived.
place.
Sick. I just saw a picture of my new sofa.
It's
Awesome.
arrived.
I'm going to go sit on that bad boy.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll not be inviting any homeless people to that sofa.
Give him your old
Anytime
sofa.
soon. You can have my old one. I'm actually donating that one to charity, so
Oh.
look for St. Peter's Hospice charity near you.
Nice.
It
It's not stained, is it?
Oh, absolutely.
Cum stains.
Everywhere.
Bloody hell.
Thank you for listening. Like Alex says, we really value your support. Thank
We
you.
do, yeah.
And
You
we'll
are
see you next time.
doing the Lord's work. If there was a Lord.
Have fun out there.
Much love.
Bye.
Bye. I'm after Primark.
Mid sneeze.
This is why we came back.
We wanted to see the sneeze.
Oh, come
Held
on.
it down. Held it down.
Held it down.
Got some people here to thank, so thank you very much to the following people. Actually, there's more than I thought. Wonderful. Thank you to TGL Kyle. Actually, no, that was yesterday. The Matthew J105. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube, and Albert Schilling as well. We had Snolty, tier 2, 61 months, saying
Wow.
books.
Thank you very much, Nolty, for your tier 2 60-month subscription. 61 month.
Big up.
66 months from Little Yorkie. 61 months from I was Liam before it was cool. Good morning. When was Liam cool?
That was the...
Who?
I don't know.
Liam.
When was he cool?
Well, I was Liam before it was cool.
Congratulations.
Is Liam cool now?
What, the guy from One Direction?
He's dead now.
Conley, thank you for...
Followed by a laugh.
Oh.
Amazing. That one got a laugh.
He's dead.
Shocking. He's actually.
I think when you said it, I just didn't realise he actually was dead. To be
fell
honest
off a
with you.
balcony, mate.
I was like, oh, right.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Liam Payne.
13 months from Connolly. Hey, Conk Twatty, Alan Spanky, and of course, Ross Hornby.
Yeah.
I'm working on a crossword. What's a 5-letter country in Africa? Starts with an A.
Angola? No, no. That's 6.
Can it not just be Africa?
But Africa's not 5.
Is this an actual question?
It's 6. Oof. A 5-letter
Algiers? Is that in there?
African.
I'm not even trying to think. I don't even know how many A's are in Africa. The continent.
There are 24 countries that have 5-letter names in English. These countries are scattered all over the world. However, 8 of the 24 are located in Africa. None of them start with A. It's Benin, Egypt, Gabon, Ghana, Kenya, Libya, Sudan, and Niger. Not A. Is it a joke?
Maybe. I don't know how to laugh.
Well, it's not bloody funny, is it? Izzo, thanks for 31
straight
months
over my
with a
head.
smiley face. I am Pate, 22 months, saying, seems good. Thank you very much. And then we had a gifty on YouTube's. Thank you very much from Mr. Birminghamster.
Nice.
Very nice.
Good name.
Very
I
nice
like
indeed. And that is everybody. Thank you very much for listening to Hat Chat. Have a great weekend. We'll be back Tuesday, I assume.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
On
Yeah.
regular
Big
streaming time at 2 p.m. Obviously on the dot. So make sure you turn up early so that at 2 p.m.
Always on the dot.
We go live. So thank you very much.
If you're a Glorious member, you get to enjoy extra content on our channel now.
That's right. Yes. Multiple videos that haven't been seen before are going up for members.
Yeah, it's not designed to exclude those who don't have membership. However, it is to reward those who do.
Yes.
Which it does kind of punish those who don't. But still, you get regular content still. That's my point.
Maybe now and again when you can afford it and you're not giving a coffee
You
to
can binge
a
watch
homeless
them.
person, you
Yeah.
can just sub for a month and then binge watch all the memberships. You know, there's ways of doing
If you're
it.
not buying a coffee
Cost
that
effective.
day, or a homeless man a coffee,
Either way,
£5.
Hat Films needs to continue, and in order to do that, we need to incentivize memberships. So I'm okay with it.
It is. It's one of those things, isn't it?
Chris Ross decided to take this one on his
I'm
shoulders.
all right with it.
We're happy for
Our
him to
Minecraft
bear
content,
the burden of that choice.
Our Minecraft content never got the millions that it deserved.
Exactly.
Rightfully. So
Hat Films never got the peak of their fame that we deserve.
it's
So
fine. So we're just trickling on. We last longer because of that.
Exactly.
So we are here
Indeed.
14 years after.
Indeed. And that's
Still.
how we continue now, is through
Somehow.
memberships. So thank you for being a member, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Myself, and I'm hyper virile, just letting you know. I'm looking forward to that period of time where I literally do not give a shit anymore about anything. Just being stupid, focusing entirely on just entertaining and accommodating your child over you looking good in public.
I mean, I don't think I ever did try to. I've always dressed the same. I don't care. Like I wear jeans, t-shirt, and a hoodie. Like
You're saying you're born a dad.
To be fair, I think guys have it easy, don't they?
I was born a dad. There you go.
Like what?
Oh, what, you just
you
give up?
talking about? Like you're looking forward to like almost just describing like a magic bullet to a huge problem that you have.
No,
right
it's a physical excuse that everyone's like, oh, he's got a kid. That's
For
fine.
what though? Like, it's not like you have.
No, I'm not saying that's why I'm going to get a kid.
But no, that's literally what you said. So literally, you just said,
When it
I'm
comes-
looking forward to not having to give a fuck about anything to do with me personally.
Yeah, I enjoy presenting myself, but just having a physical guys, I'm a slob today because I need to do 7 nappy changes this morning. Having an excuse, I think, is what it is.
Well, that's more socially acceptable than just saying,
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I
It's
just
socially
watched
acceptable.
6 series of something and just monged out in my.
I'm looking
my
forward to being a
fucking-
socially acceptable slob.
I spent 18 hours just gaming. What
There's
did you
no
do?
better excuse than a newborn for
But I think
looking like a piece of trash.
Luckily, you're surrounded by a lot of people who don't give a shit about their looks anyway, so that's quite a good thing, really.
A crackling wand that's currently locked. Do you unlock abilities on?
You have to kiss in public.
There's absolutely not. Stop
What?
gaslighting him.
I'm pretty sure you have to kiss in public.
I was ready to do that. I would take one for the
Yeah,
team.
of course you were.
I'll
That's
take
the
one.
worst that can happen.